Hi everyone, and welcome back to the Guitar Bay. I'm Takis.
I'm Danny. What we're drinking today, mate?
Another day in the bay, another cocktail for today, Danny. Today we've got Delilah, which is another gin-based cocktail. Cheers, mate, and cheers, everyone. And yeah.
Hey there, Delilah. What's it like in Düsseldorf City?
Oh, it's lovely. Another D word, by the way.
Yeah, that's good, mate. That's good.
It's
not too strong.
No. This is, I'm using this orange flavored gin by Wellinghouse. And the Delilah cocktail is supposed to be orange liqueur, gin, and lemon juice.
All right.
It's nice. It's quite nice.
Perfect.
Yeah. So what's the deal today?
Yeah, today is my turn again. So I've got a pedal.
Correct.
I paid €70 for this one, delivered to the door. It's something I've been looking out for quite a while. So I know that, we're kind of getting into pedals a bit more recently, I would say. And I know this is one that you've been looking out for. Any ideas?
That's what you told me. And correct me if I'm wrong, you bought this a long time ago.
Yeah, a few weeks ago now.
Yeah, so you told me the price, 70 you said? And you told me it's a pedal that I've been looking for. Yeah. And I guess it's either, what's it called? The Soul Food Electro Harmonics clone, because I've been wanting to try this for a long time now. It's got very good reviews and people say good things about it. And
you're on the right direction because
drive.
it's a drive.
Okay.
It's a drive, and
my other guess would have been the Carcosa Fuzz. I think it's by Digitech. Same price more or less, like new 85, 90 or something, and also lots of good reviews. And I've been wanting also to try very sputtery, messed up Octafuzz kind of sound for my pedal.
Well, you're going a bit off track there, but I know you've not been getting along with your Tube Screamer too much, so.
So it is the Soul Food, isn't it? Okay, so it's not that FX600 by Behringer, by the way. This is the box that you brought. Does that mean that the original box didn't come with it? Or
no, it didn't come in the original box.
Okay, fair enough.
So they cost 89 new. I saved €19. Probably should have just bought it new, but hey.
That would be against the philosophy of the
Yes,
day,
exactly.
And what I can tell is it can fit in here, so it's.
So it's not a huge,
it's
big
not a clone.
fuzz octo thing with a tube circuit in it.
Here goes. It's a Soul Food. It's a blues driver. Let me take it out. I completely disregarded Boss pedals for some reason, but it would fit perfectly in this Behringer box. It's a BD2, people. A Boss blues driver, which I haven't played really ever. And I've been wanting to, spot on. And I know so many things about it, in theory. Josh from JHS Pedals, if you're watching this, you know Josh. If you don't, you should check him out. He says, he has a very nice episode where he breaks down the different types of overdrives, like the clone types, hard clippers, the tube screamer types, and the blues breaker, blues driver types. More scoopy, more transparent, whatever that means. Even though the blues driver seems to be a different animal altogether because it doesn't use an op-amp in the circuit, but it's just cascading transistors to create distortion. And I know from other reviews and other people that it has it responds to gain differently. It has much more gain towards the end, after 75% than a Tube Screamer or another low gain overdrive. And I know that, in theory, again, that when you turn up the gain, then the bass goes up too, so you have to adjust the tone knob accordingly. And thank you, sir. This is I've been wanting to try this thing for a long time, and we have Tube Screamers here and stuff. We can do a couple of A/B testing. Okay, BD2 coming your way. I'm going to do some quick pedal board tweaks, and we'll be right back in a few moments.
Let's check it out. All right, guys, we're back. We've plugged in the Blues Driver BD2 running through the Laney LC50 with an SM57 on it today. We've got a B-cam here. Takis is going to play through his Player Fender Telecaster.
That's a
Strelicaster.
Strelicaster. That's right.
And let's whack this baby on.
Yeah, you can see now the setup here. We've got the blues driver on the pedal board with a tube screamer with a tube screamer on either
Oh,
side.
tube screamer, mate. Are you from Aussie, mate?
But for the time now, we'll just do Blues Driver with the Tele, and then maybe with the Epiphone.
Yeah, we've got the Epiphone still here. What a
The
baby.
lovely SG with the P90s, just to play with a Blues Driver, see what the knobs do, and then we'll just compare it with a Tube Screamer, because it only makes sense when you test a drive to have a reference, a comparison reference, and then we'll also test it with, feeding the Tube Screamer into the Blues Driver and vice versa. I think John Mayer does that. John Mayer plays a Blues Driver in a Tube Screamer, like a clone in a Blues Driver in a Tube Screamer. I think that's what he did for a long time, at least. Now he's mostly spending time on TikTok, and we love it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's amazing.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
What's your clean sound, mate? Give us your clean sound.
On neck pickup. That's nothing, because it's. You can see that the tuner is on. Thank you.
Sorry.
So that's my. There's a tiny bit of reverb from the amp. I'll remove it even more, actually, just to have a dry.
Ooh, that's good.
Just a tiny, tiny bit of reverb. That's my clean sound.
So I'll pop on the Blues Driver, stick kind of everything at 10 o'clock. Let's go with that.
It has this transparency thingy that blues, the Blues Breaker, Blues Driver family of overdrives are famous for. So I'll just play something all the time, and you do your twiddling.
Sure.
Yeah? Like, I like it. It's picking. Look at that.
Oh yeah, nice. Sorry, I was just playing around with the level a bit there. Probably went a bit too far, but
Yes.
keeps the clarity a lot. You don't lose much. You don't gain much tone from the level. It's really just boosting it nice and clean.
Yeah, just leave it at, what was it, like 10 or 11 o'clock,
Yeah.
which is unity with the amp, and it's a good level for recording, and play with drive and tone.
Cool. Let's go.
And
with
see
that.
if what they say is true about adding drive adds low end to the Blues Driver. oh, what happened when you went all the way up with the drive? That was, who needs a distortion pedal?
Yeah, you don't get that from a tube screamer.
Oh,
You can't be a distortion pedal with a tube screamer, but with that, it stayed clean, just nice.
Beefy and precise. That's why people like those blues drivers. Okay.
For some reason, I liked sort of 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock tone, 2 o'clock gain, if you get that kind of funky again, that kind of, that percussive was really good.
I'm on the bridge now. Mid position. Bit of neck. So satisfying.
So usable.
Could you go a bit more 1 or 2 o'clock with the drive? I want to see something because that's the other thing that the BD is famous for.
With the gain.
Cleaning up. They say it cleans up wonderfully. Yeah, gain like 1 or 2.
Mm-hmm.
Volume from the guitar comes back in. My goodness, this is pleasant.
It's dynamic.
This is,
Very dynamic.
Oh, this is wonderful.
I don't know why I expected some kind of transistory sound, but no, it's really good. It's like an always-on pedal. And actually, fun fact, my Boss Katana, my go-to sound is the blues driver
simulation. On the Boss, yeah.
And it's familiar to me. You know, it's exactly that thickness. It's not too tunneled like the Tube Screamer, and it's, for me, it's always on. Always on.
So usable. So many tones you can get from. Oh, I like it. I like it. Good. Okay. So that was a clean sound. Same amp, by the way, LC50. Now with a blues driver, sorry, just a bit less gain. You can see it. I agree with you that this is the perfect setting. Around 1 o'clock tone, maybe 12 and 1 o'clock gain. Very usable, very versatile, responsive to dynamics.
Yeah.
Not much different with the... You can hear the pedal very well, even with the P90s or the Tele.
P90 is a different animal. Like, it really takes a lot of getting used to. That you get so much spank from the Telecaster, you know, and you get so much clarity from these.
There's more fuzziness also
really nice.
with the P90s.
Really nice. Real nice.
Let's go. Maybe you do that. Give me the cable again, please.
Sure.
I'll mute you. So I'll play and go Tube Screamer, Blues Driver, and then a bit of both. And maybe compare...
Stack them, mate.
First compare them to have a point of reference, because you always need that to like reset your ears, I feel. Now we are, clean.
Yeah, so we've got, we're going from right to left. Just hear the nasalness of the Tube Screamer straight away, and I know that's what you've been battling with a little bit, isn't it? The nasalness, but together was surprisingly nice.
Because the clarity of the Blues Driver comes through as it's the second pedal, so it dominates the EQ much more, and you get this beefy mid-range push from the Tube Screamer into the Blues Driver, and you have this really round, crunchy, distorted sound. It's disappointing to hear the Tube Screamer alone then, because this top end, I mean, the scoopiness of the Blues Driver allows it some top end, and you might even say it's the kind of the opposite of the other. If the Blues Driver is more scoopy and the Tube Screamer is more mid-humpy, they kind of cancel each other out.
Yeah.
But when you switch off the Blues Driver, this sparkly top end goes away.
It's really and I'm totally a fan especially when we play Telecaster, to get the beefiness, and you get the beef from the Blues Driver, Beef Driver.
Beef Driver, I like that. The new name you've coined. Let's do that again. One more Tube Screamer. Tube Screamer, mate. Let's do some Tube Screamer.
It's because of Driver. Screamer.
It's Blues Driver, Tube Screamer.
So let's hear the Tube Screamers.
And the Blues Driver. Let's do that again, and then we can do some stacking. If we can keep it together. All right.
You want the Tube Screamer on again?
Yeah. Nice, pleasant, yeah.
Nothing wrong with that. Them together, absolutely nothing wrong.
And now let's do what John Mayer does, like the Blue Screamer into the Tube Screamer. I'm not going to say it. So now, is that the Blues Driver alone?
get it. It's the Stevie Ray Vaughan thing. To me, that sounds like Stevie Ray Vaughan.
And play solo. So if you want to go solo, then the Tube Screamer allows that in a band setting to stand out. Like a one-note thing, like a guitar solo thing, then it makes perfect sense.
Yeah. He's a huge, he's influenced by Stevie Ray Vaughan and that kind of...
So now, can you just switch off let me play a bit, and then switch off the blues driver to see how much the Tube Screamer loses with a blues driver before it. I guess it's a way to add more gain to the tube, because the blues driver is quite clean-ish. So it's a way to add, I know you're laughing, so it's a way to add more gain to the Tube Screamer and retain the Tube Screamer tone, and then just beef it up with a blues driver. Just more gain, more volume equals more gain here. We can't keep it together. I said Tube Screamer 2 times already.
It's really good though. There's really nothing wrong. Like we did the fangs.
I thought Tube Screamer is really good. I like that as a new thing. Sorry, go ahead.
But the two, we did the Fangs episode, and I think there would put the Tube Screamer into the Fangs, and it was terrible. There was something that just didn't work.
The other way
at
around.
all.
So the Tube Screamer into the Fangs was good. It gave it some mid-range push, but then the Fangs into the Tube Screamer, that was like taking something massive and running it through a tunnel. Yeah, that is perfectly usable.
So do we want to now try the blues driver with the Mudhoney? Is that worth checking? I mean,
as a last thing, blues driver alone, Mudhoney alone.
Maybe sort of clean it up a bit.
Yes, I mean the Mudhoney is a rat type thing, especially with the boost engaged. But at low gain in the non-boost channel is the low gain overdrive I've been using a lot. Cleans up nicely too. So let's see blues driver alone, Mudhoney alone, and then the one into the other, the blues driver into the Mudhoney.
Okay.
Okay.
So it's blue driver.
Yeah. That's the boost channel of the Mudhoney. Now they're together, blues driver into Mudhoney. I suppose if you remove the blues driver now, you will just get less drive with the same sound. It adds some top end too, the blues driver. So going.
Boy, that's great.
This is lovely. We might be here for hours, just toying around with those things. Many people use the blues driver as an always on, like you said, and as a clean boost as well. That allows you to again keep it as always on, and then use different overdrives, fuzzes, distortions before it to just make it sound more beefy, but retain the clarity and the EQ of the blues driver.
Boy, super pleasantly surprised. Not a bad tone has come out of that pedal.
And you said that you use the blues driver setting on the guitar.
Yeah, as always on
as well. It's familiar to you.
And it's because I can ride the volume and pretty much have clean tone with a slight breakup, and then when I crank the volume, I just get a nice, maybe with the humbucker, nice distortion tone. Okay,
you know what? We'll just go and jam a bit.
Let's have a jam.
And I'll leave the blues driver on. Find a nice setting for it, and you'll play with the SG, the Epiphone SG with the P90s into your Fender with some Tone City Marshall in a box.
Sure, let's do that.
For drive, and let's do that. Can mute the whole thing. Okay, I think I'm going to be playing with that toy for a while before it goes out. Should I?
So she
Can
said.
I? Shame, for shame. Back to the drinks. Okay, thank you for enjoying or not our Blues Driver and Tube Scriber play.
That was super fun. A great pedal, and I feel like it's a dangerous hobby to buy pedals
I think we
because
should know that.
it's a
by
rabbit
now.
hole, and we're actually got too much stuff at the moment that we've picked up on eBay, and that's great for us.
Yeah,
You know,
more
we
for
get
us
make
to
more.
play with and compare
Yeah.
and do stuff. The thing is, I have to say something. I saw a video recently. Why do some people say that all drive pedals sound the same? And I can't. I want to be rude and say because they're deaf. Really? I mean, they have character, and you can tell that right away. And that's the whole point of having a huge market of pedals. You know, the different flavors, different tones, different EQ possibilities, stacking, volume, the way the gain responds. A lot of it is in your head. So much of it is in your head, and getting in the right headspace in order to play.
And we're very lucky that we can play a tube amp loud, and have a nice clean platform that we can add these pedals to. And I mean, not much sounds bad through that amp, but this Blues Driver was really great, really great.
I feel it's a clean amp. It's a good pedal platform amp. It has this Fender-like clarity that allows pedals to show their true colors, but you have to turn them up. That's the thing. And what Danny said is right. You need to be able to do that, to turn it up. Okay, let's wrap this up.
Yeah.
Album time.
With D.
D. Who's first? Me,
You go first. I think I've went first
Okay.
every time.
True. I think so, yeah. Well, I'm going to be very predictable here with the D. I'm going to ignore the word the, by the way.
Okay.
And this is an album that you have as a t-shirt.
Okay. Yeah. Dark Side of the Moon.
Correct. I'm going to say The Dark Side of the Moon because it's, in so many ways, it's the perfect album. It's mixed by none other than the great Alan Parsons. And it's just a reference of amazing album production. It's so, it's creepy how good this album is in terms of how well it's recorded and how amazing it sounds. Still, tons and tons of bands are trying to get there, to get that sound. And I think it's, in terms of playing, you see Pink Floyd at their peak. I have a thing for Animals too, which is the album that followed. And it's something more, it's not for everyone. Very long tunes, like 10 minutes every song, 3 songs basically. But The Dark Side of the Moon is just, it's the perfect album. It's amazing.
Yeah, let's see if we can get some Dave Gilmour tones on this show, you know. Let's see. That would be
What
fun,
does he
some
do?
delays. And
I mean, he's famous for using many pedals.
delays is, you know, the forever delays.
And he uses big muffs for this very sustainy, long notes. But yeah, I think every time people say tone comes from the
from
fingers.
big muffs.
All that. David Gilmour is is testament to that. So yeah, The Dark Side of the Moon, people, very well known album. You're not learning anything from me right now. Just confirming the greatness of this album. Yeah, Danny, what about you?
Mine is another sort of nostalgia album. Does It Look Infected from Sum 41. I love Sum 41.
Doesn't Look Infected?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
You probably know the album. The picture at the front is a green cover and he's got like a skull showing. Just it's a punk rock album, and a bit of an underrated band as well, I think. Probably not taken seriously enough, but similar to Limp Bizkit, but some great riffs, really great riffs. And I think I saw a few performances of them playing recently in the last few years, and he's still great. Still a great band. Great live and great riffs, and the guy's a monster player, the guitar player. So
all right.
Would always recommend check out Sum 41.
What was it again?
Does It Look Infected?
Doesn't Look Infected.
Or does this look infected?
It's a funny title. All right.
But yeah, thanks for watching, everyone. Let's keep it going. We've got plenty of stuff to get through, so we'll crack on and see you next time.
That's right. Ciao.
Take care.